Good morning, good morning. Yeah, I'm early. It's happy Friday. Got an errand to run this morning, so hopping on a little bit early today. Let me get this shared over on my Facebook page. The other one, my page. Becky Piper Life is a Journey. First, Facebook has to recognize that I'm actually live, which means I have to find my mouse again because I lost it. There we go. I am going to talk about skincare today, even though I'm going to do makeup. Two major things happening right now. Let me get this shared. If you haven't followed Becky Piper Life is a Journey, please do. And also, I'm on YouTube now, so Becky Piper Life is a Journey on YouTube. You can go follow me and be a subscriber there. That would be awesome sauce. Okay, I'm going to get a drink of coffee. Say hey when you're hopping on so I know you're here. Good morning, good morning. Gonna have some coffee. All the things. Also gonna start off my day with my collagen because it's just how I roll. Good to the last drop. Okay, so are you throwing away money on skincare? I was. I need a towel down here so I don't get powder all over my keyboard because I'm in my office. I was going to talk about the two major things. Okay, I have a huge warehouse sale going on right now, up to 70% off. Like I just had a friend this morning pick up on some mascara because the Twisted mascara is literally $15. Normally $29, $30, I don't remember. It's half off. Anyway, there's some other things that are 70% off. And if you get 3 items that are normally 20 bucks or more, so the $15 Twisted, if that's in your cart, that counts as one. Even though it's only $15, you're going to get this free, and I'm going to use it today. It's my Rose Tone eyeshadow palette. Isn't that pretty? And it works amazing. So that's the one thing. The warehouse sale is going on through the end of the month or until supplies run out. If you want a link for that, just say August in the comments and I will send you that link, or I'll drop the link in the comments here when I'm all done, so you can go back and watch. Number two is that a huge promotion's going on right now from today up until the 11th. See, to 8th to the 11th, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday through Monday. You can pick up a mascara, this one plus the Twisted, for $49, which this one's normally $55 on its own. But the best part about it is then you also get to pick up on a booster box. No additional fees. It's free. And you get to choose, do you want it to be makeup facing, skincare facing, or ingestibles? And when I say ingestibles, it's a box of my collagen, which is normally over $100, and then some of my gummies. So it's like a $250 value for $49. And what it does is it opens up a link for you to be able to use for 3 months where you can get your things discounted by 20% at least, and you get that 20% discount back in like 3 hours, so no delaying there. And then also, if you have friends that want to try mascara or whatever, anything off of this link, then that person can actually use your link, and then you get the 20% back on their purchases too. So it's an awesome deal, $49 for $300 worth of products. No obligation. If you just want the makeup, skincare, ingestibles, and want to go on, then you can do that. But don't miss out on the $49. Go ahead and say box in the comments and I'll send you all the details. Or if you just want to pick up on that $15 Twisted mascara, free shipping always, go ahead and say August in the comments and I'll make sure I get all the info to you. Like I said, this is the freebie. I always have free products. Like if you buy 3 things, you're going to get a free thing. You're always going to have free shipping. This is going to be the free product, and this is amazing. I'm going to use it today for from now until Monday morning early, and then I'm going to switch it up again. But my August free items that I'm going to be sharing with you all month long are on fire. They're like my favorite things. So you know, time your purchasing. That's all I have to say. Anyway, are you wasting money on your skincare? Box August. Okay, Vicki, I'll get you that info. Sorry. I went to convention. Y'all know I went to convention a week ago, and I like to sit in the sessions and learn and absorb, and so I can share things with you. Well, I didn't know that I was going to learn some things about skincare. Good morning, Esther. Because, you know, I use the skincare. I have been using the skincare. I'm going to use this pretty palette. This palette is free with purchase of 3 items. And what I learned was I was applying my skincare wrong. So I was actually, in effect, wasting my product. It wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. Like every skincare product has a purpose, no matter what's in your makeup box or your skincare box. They have purposes. And so what I would do, excuse me, at night would be just like, or in the morning, I would just be like product 1, 2, 3, lep, 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 you know, move on. Well, apparently you actually need to apply product 1, let it set, let it breathe, let it absorb, let it get started doing its thing, move on to product 2. Let it set, let it absorb. Now, you don't have to let it set for like hours. It's like a minute. Let it set for a minute between each step. That way it gives each product time to start doing its job and then pick up with the next one. Because what you're doing if you don't do that is like it's not getting its job done. It's like you're rushing it too much and it's just not being as effective as it's meant to be. Now, if your skincare system is 1 step, okay, but mine is not. The one that I use at night, I start with, and sometimes I use a toner, sometimes I don't after I wash my face. So it's cleanse my face, toner sometimes, depends on how much I feel like doing. Then I use my serum, then I use my under eye cream, and then I use my moisturizer. Ending up with that. And in the morning, it's kind of similar. I just use a different eye product in the morning than I do at night. So anyway, I was like rushing through everything. And then that meant that they weren't doing the job that they're doing. So literally, I just started doing this process since I learned about it at convention. So stay tuned. It's not that I thought I was unhappy with my products. I really liked how they, you know, worked on my face, and I liked how they, you know, the effect that they had, but apparently I was rushing the process. So slow the roll, and then your products will do better for you. Okay, this is the darker color, and I'm using an angled shadow brush. Now, tools really do make a difference. So like if you see something that I do with my shadows and such, or makeup application, and you try to replicate it, even with products that you have at home, not a problem. And it just doesn't look the way that you want it to, it could be the tool. Like this angled shadow brush is one I love. Now, the other end of it is like a spongy thing, and because I jam this into my makeup cup, brush cup every day, this one flares out, and that's my bad. So every once in a while, I'll be like, oh, I want to use that sponge part. I'll just pull out a new one and start over. Okay, so going out with the 7 here, reverse 7 on the side, bring it down, and angle it just down to the corner of your eye. That's as far out as you want that shadow to go. And then come back in and blend it. Now, what I love about this palette is that you can do a lot of different looks with it, but it's got that matte highlighter in there too. It has 2 matte colors and 2 shiny shimmery colors. So if you want all matte, you can go all matte. If you want a combination, which is what I'm doing today, then do that. I did my live the other day, and by the way, if you hadn't heard, I'm actually downloading all of my videos. It takes a while, but you know, it's worth it. And then I'm putting them on my YouTube channel too. So There you go. They'll be there for perpetuity. Anyway. Oh, and I like my quote of the day today. Did I put it in here? Yeah, no, I didn't. I thought I did. Oh, well, I posted it on my Facebook page, and it's a long one, but it's a good one. All right, so after I did this, I am going to do a little bit of this, because it's a rose gold. I actually started with this kind of it's a shimmery, but it's kind of a pretty mauvey color as my transition color. And now I'm going to tap this with my cream shadow brush to make it the rose gold, because it's kind of a goldy shimmery. And you can do this if you like matte instead, just use a matte color and tap that in there. But the purpose of putting this lighter color on the inner corner / lid is to open up and brighten up. So see the difference there? It just really makes it brighter and it pulls it up a little bit further. So this will be the free product if you buy any 3 items that are retail 20 bucks or more. Even like that mascara that's 15 bucks now, and my warehouse sale that was normally 29, so it counts because it was normally more than 20 bucks. Any 3, you're going to get a free gift. Now that's forever and always, but not always the same product. All right, so I'm going to do, I'm actually not going to do any under eye concealer today. I'm just going to use my BB cream or my tinted moisturizer actually. SPF 30 in there. Does not settle into the fine lines and wrinkles. That's the other thing about taking your time with the application. When you use a primer, make sure that it has time to set and absorb and do its job too. So because I put primer on and I started with my eyes, it's had time to do its job. And just 1 pump of the BB cream or the tinted moisturizer. And I'm going to start to tap this in. I start with the tap, then I come back with a little bit of setting spray just to smooth it out. And rather than use that under eye concealer today, I am just going to go ahead and pull this tinted moisturizer all the way up. Now, if you'd asked me a couple years ago, would I be using a tinted moisturizer? I'd say, oh, heck no, I've got oily skin. I still have a tendency to have an oily skin like in the center in the T-zone, but this stuff just plays nice with it all day long. And I think because of the way I apply it with that setting spray, and then also I set it, it just does really good all day long. But I also set it with a little bit of powder foundation. Right there. You can tell it's almost time to open a new one because I'm getting down to the pan of that. But when I'm not using a concealer, I will take this powder concealer up a little bit higher, and that'll act as my concealer. And then this just beefs up the coverage, because anytime you're using a tinted moisturizer, it's usually less coverage, even though I feel like this tinted moisturizer that we have has a really pretty decent coverage on its own. All right, let's get this going here. Trying to rush it a little bit, sorry. We have an appointment this morning to go to, and it's a bit of a drive. All right, I'm gonna take a look at this up close and personal to make sure I got it all blended out good. I remembered to charge my mirror. Can you believe it? Actually looks pretty good. I'm gonna grab the one that I use as my concealer brush, just to make sure. That looking good. All right, I'm gonna go back to that palette that I have on my special right now as being the free one. I'm gonna take a little bit of a liner shadow. This one actually has a different name. Eyeliner brush. Again, back to those tools. But it's really just a really thin little brush that you can use as for your eyeliner. And I'm just gonna pull that under. Instead of using an actual, like a pencil eyeliner, once in a while, actually more and more recently, I just use the shadow itself. And I like the size of this because then I can actually emphasize that outer corner with a little bit more of a line, just to deepen it up and make it look more like you have an eyeliner on. There, sweet. Okay, got the powder concealer on. I'm gonna use a little bit of bronze, barely bronzed as my contour. This is one of my cream sticks. And you know, you can take it over your forehead if you want. I just don't. Again, this one's a really good, it's the concealer brush. It's soft enough yet compact enough that it does really well when it's blending out those contours. Tap it up, kind of in a semicircle there. And then blend out the jaw. All right, my scale has been starting to come down since I have been on my, since we went on our trip, but we're going on another trip here soon. So, and it's a birthday trip because my daughter's birthday was yesterday. And so we're going to celebrate all the birthdays. I'm using this blush. This is called Sisterly. And it's like $7 right now in my warehouse sale. All right. Load that brush up. Kind of matches my shirt today. It's not super, though it looks really, really bright, it goes on beautifully. And you can build it up if you want that actual color, but start with a little bit less. And then you can build it if you like, which is what I'm doing. I like a little bit extra color there. All right, we're gonna get this set with some setting powder. The other day when I did my live, on my live, I forgot to do my brows. So when I took pictures afterwards, I'm like, something's missing. Then I realized it was my brows missing, so. This fluffy powder brush, which was one of my free items the last few days. Now that it's switched over, you can still pick up the brush on the side. This won't be free at this point. All right. This blended in. And this actually, the setting powder feels like it's damp or wet going on, but it dries to a nice powder and sets your face like nobody's business. All right. After I put on that powder, I like to come back with the blush again, just to beef up that color a little bit. And then I come in with a little bit of highlight. It's in this fan brush. All right. Like I said, the warehouse sale's going on right now, up to 70% off on a lot of different things. Nose is dripping like usual. Let's not forget the brows today. Where'd it go? There it is. This is my new brow that's going to be releasing this year. I don't know exactly when the date is, and I'm still learning to use it. So there's that. Somebody I talked to yesterday said their tip was start in the middle. I don't know about that. I want the darkest part to be down here. She has really big bushy brows, so maybe it works for her. But it's got this cute little brush on it. And it's a gel. It's a gel, and so it's gonna help the it's gonna help the brows fill in on their own. So it's got like a little serum going on inside that brow stuff, the brow gel. Plus it helps your brows like lay down nice. The ones I have anyway. Anybody else out there? The brows have gotten a lot thinner as they got older? Just me? Doesn't have anything to do with the way that I plucked them in the 80s to like almost be nothing. All right, that's not exactly how I wanted it to look, but you know what? It's gonna do. I'm gonna let it dry on there. And dry is not really a good set because it doesn't dry. It doesn't dry out and get flaky or anything like that. But I'm gonna let it set, but then I'm gonna come back out with, after I do my lips and my mascara, my brush that I use, my liner brush, I'll brush it all out. And then I will maybe fill in a little bit where I need to. Let's do the lips here. This is a color called Plush Liner. Also discounted right now. I mean, like literally, almost everything's on sale. But the good thing is on my site, there's always a discount on products. It's just the warehouse sale is a little bit bigger discount than what it normally is. And you're always going to get that shipping. All right, this is a lip stain. What I really like about it is the end of that is like, can you see that? The tip of it is really pronounced. So it's great for actually helping to line the lips. Enough for that. All right, let's finish up with the mascara. And then I will be off for the day, but I will be available on Messenger if you have any questions or anything like that. If you put in the comments you want to hear about the box that I've got right now where you can get $300 worth of products for, and it's your choice on the makeup or skincare or collagen / ingestibles, plus the mascara for $49. And there's no further obligation. However, if you want to keep that discount of 20% off on all of your purchases, then you purchase and or have friends purchase from you $250 every 3 months, and you keep that discount rolling. But if you don't want to, deal with that, that's fine. You can just get the $300 worth of products for $49. But if you do want to do this and share things with your friends, I always recommend going live because it gets the word out a little bit easier, and Facebook shows things a little bit more sometimes than if you just do a picture. I can help you with that too. We can do this thing together. And you don't have to live in the US. You can do this from other countries too. We're in a lot of different countries. We are a global company. I hear my husband out there. He's talking to my grandkids. All right, this mascara is fire. Quadra mascara is also part of my warehouse sale right now. So if you love the Quadra mascara, you're going to want to hop to my warehouse sale, get it at a discount, get free shipping. And why do you say, do I want to use Quadra if you've never seen it before? It's a tubing mascara, meaning it wraps around your lashes and helps to keep in, when you don't poke yourself, the products, like it's got a built-in serum, so your lashes are going to grow over time. It's got built-in primer, so it's going to help your lashes be fuller and more voluminous immediately. And because it's tubing, when you remove it, you just take a warm washcloth, hold it over your lashes for like 30 seconds, and the tubes release. So no raccoon eyes. How's that? Okay. I think that's it for the day. I want to get everything pulled together so I can head out with my husband on our little excursion. And hopefully I'll be back in time to walk with my glam friends at 11. Yeah, we'll see. I will let the glam girls know if I can't make it. But if you have any questions, let me know. If you want to hear information about my box where you get over $300 worth of products for $49, say box. If you have any questions on any of the look that you saw today, including this free palette with purchase of 3 items, then say August, and I'll help you put together that, or just put together the perfect product link for you so that you have the ability to save some money. All right, let's finish the set here. and we are on our way out. Have a fantastic day. Catch me over on my Facebook page, Becky Piper Life is a Journey, or subscribe to me on YouTube at Becky Piper Life is a Journey. All right, y'all. Have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you guys on Monday. Bye, y'all.